If, somewhere beneath all the noise of your life, you still feel there is an unbreakable connection between you and someone else, this is for you. Maybe life circumstances came between you. Maybe time kept moving while neither of you knew how to close the distance. Maybe fear, old wounds, hesitation, or the shadows of the past interrupted something that once felt deeply real. And yet, part of you has never been able to believe that the connection simply disappeared. This is not just a recording to play in the background and forget. It is an invitation to enter a quieter part of yourself, the part Carl Jung described through the collective unconscious, that vast, invisible field of human memory, longing, symbols, and emotional patterns. Not because anyone can force another person to return, not because love should be used as a tool to control someone, but because the way you relate to love, longing, fear, and hope inside yourself can shape the way you experience the connection outside of you. If this person truly belongs in your story, if the bond between you still carries honesty, depth, and mutual possibility, then a more conscious version of that connection may begin to emerge. Real love does not always vanish when distance appears. Sometimes it becomes buried beneath pride. Sometimes it hides beneath fear. Sometimes it waits beneath confusion, silence, timing, and unresolved pain. But what is buried can be seen again. What has gone quiet can be understood. And what has been wounded can sometimes be approached with more truth than before. Today, allow yourself to become aligned not with desperation, but with the possibility of reunion, repair, emotional clarity, and conscious love. If that person is meant to meet you again in a real and honest way, may they feel the call to return not out of guilt, not out of pressure, but because something true within them recognizes something true within you. It is good that you are here. Let this be a place where your mind can rest for a while, a place where your heart does not have to perform, explain, or pretend that it is unaffected, a place where you can breathe, gather yourself, and reconnect with the part of you that still believes in tenderness. This space is for those who want to move beyond the walls built by limiting beliefs. For those who are tired of carrying old stories that say, love always leaves, people never change, apologies never come, or peace is impossible. You are allowed to hope without abandoning yourself. You are allowed to desire love without losing your dignity. You are allowed to want reconciliation while still honoring your own inner truth. Perhaps what you long for most right now is a sincere apology. Maybe you want to hear the words that would finally settle the restlessness in your heart. Maybe you want this person to show more effort, more presence, more care, more willingness to invest in the relationship rather than leaving everything on your shoulders. Maybe the two of you have slowly grown distant. The warmth faded. Conversations became shorter. The silence became heavier. And beneath all of that, what you truly want is not drama, but a peaceful moment of reconciliation. Or perhaps you feel it is time for a larger step, a clear commitment, a promise, an engagement, or the building of a calm and lasting home together. If these are the hopes you carry, take a deep breath. This moment is meant for reflection, not to make you chase an illusion, but to help you understand what your heart is asking for, to help you reconnect with the love you want to give, receive, and protect. Write hope in the comments if your heart still believes in repair. Maybe you and this person have survived difficult, exhausting seasons together. Maybe words were said that could not be taken back. Maybe one or both of you were hurt. Maybe there is still a heavy emotional residue hanging between you, something neither of you has fully named. Jung believed that what remains unresolved in the unconscious often returns in the outer world as fate. In other words, the emotional knots we refuse to face do not simply disappear. They can repeat through our choices, our relationships, our reactions, and the patterns we keep reliving. That is why healing is not only about wishing for someone to come back. It is also about becoming aware of what happened within you. What fear was activated? What old wound was touched? What expectation went unspoken? What truth did you silence in order to keep the peace? The love in your heart may be preparing you, not merely to repeat the past, but to repair what can be repaired with more awareness. Let yourself believe that a different kind of connection is possible. Not a connection built on confusion, not a connection held together by fear, but one grounded in honesty, accountability, tenderness, and the courage to be emotionally present. As you listen, do not treat these words as magic that guarantees another person's actions. Instead, receive them as a way of entering a more peaceful emotional state, one where your heart can loosen its grip on panic and reconnect with its deepest truth. The unconscious responds not only to the words we repeat, but to the feeling behind them. That is why it matters how you feel when you think about love. Words by themselves are not what bind you to your desires. It is the emotional charge beneath those words. It is the warmth, the fear, the hope, the longing, the safety, the grief, or the trust they awaken in you. So as my voice guides you now, let the words settle into you gently. Let them move beyond your thoughts and into your body. Feel them in your breath. Feel them in your chest. Feel them in the quiet space around your heart. Allow yourself to imagine the possibility that the person you love misses you too, not as a certainty, not as a demand, but as a human possibility. Imagine that they remember your presence. Imagine that they long for a real conversation. Imagine that they want to see you, hold you, and finally speak the words that were trapped in the silence between you. Imagine them wanting to love you without masks, without emotional games, without hiding behind distance or avoidance. Imagine receiving the kind of steady love you have always deserved, the love you have longed for and are beginning to feel ready to receive. But remember this, the deepest key is not forcing the future. The deepest key is allowing yourself to accept that you are worthy of love that is mutual, honest, and emotionally safe. The connection you feel may be meaningful. The relationship you desire may still have a path forward. In Jungian language, the meeting of anima and animus can symbolize an inner integration, the movement toward wholeness, toward a more balanced union between the conscious self and the hidden emotional world. You do not need to know exactly how everything will unfold. You do not need to understand every turn life may take. You do not need to force the universe, predict another person's choices, or solve the entire future in one night. For now, simply allow yourself to believe that something new can take shape. A new chapter may be waiting. A fresher kind of love may be possible. A quieter and more peaceful future may be closer than it seems. Open the door of your heart, not to blind surrender, but to truth. Allow yourself to receive the relationship you have been longing for if it arrives with honesty, respect, and real commitment. Feel it. Imagine it. Let yourself experience the emotional possibility of it. Now let the outside world grow quieter. Take a slow, deep breath. If you can, gently close your eyes. Allow the words you are about to hear to blend with your inner rhythm. You are stepping into a space of compassion, love, and emotional reunion. This is your sacred pause. Enter it with faith, softness, and love. Take a deep breath with me now. Breathe in slowly through your nose. Hold the breath for a few seconds, then release it through your mouth, very slowly. Again, breathe in with your whole body. Hold that life energy gently inside you. And as you breathe out, let the tension on your shoulders begin to leave with your breath. Let the pressure of the past, the rushing thoughts, and the emotional exhaustion start to soften. Allow your body to relax. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel the tightness in your chest become less heavy. Feel your heartbeat slow into a calmer rhythm. You are safe in this moment. You are allowed to rest here. Imagine a warm, invisible, compassionate presence surrounding you. As though something gentle is holding you, without asking you to explain your pain. If your eyes are not closed yet, close them now. Let yourself be here. This is your moment. A private space in time that belongs only to you. Imagine that before you, a doorway is opening. A doorway into synchronicity, into emotional truth, into the possibility of a real connection. You are standing at the edge of reunion. For this moment, nothing else has to matter. There is no need to rush. There is no room for fear. There is no need to argue with your doubts. There is only you and the love you are learning to welcome into your life. Feel every muscle in your body becoming softer. Feel yourself at the center of a deep and quiet peace. And now, in the clear inner space of your mind, imagine this. The person you love unexpectedly sends you a message. Or perhaps your phone rings, and it is them. When you answer, or when you read their words, you hear the familiar voice you have missed. And they say, "I want to see you so deeply. I need to talk with you. I need to be close to you. I need to sit beside you again." Just hearing those words creates a gentle flutter in your stomach. A sweet wave of anticipation moves through you. You feel joy rise inside you. You feel touched by the strange mystery of timing, connection, and synchronicity. A few minutes pass, then a few more, and you ask yourself gently, how should I respond? Should I answer immediately? Should I tell them how much I want to see them too? Or should I take a moment to settle myself first? You allow yourself a few more minutes before responding, not because you are playing a game, but because you are giving your emotions room to breathe. Then you answer, and the two of you decide to meet. Maybe you choose a coffee by the sea. Maybe you decide to walk beneath the trees in a quiet park. Or maybe, carried by a feeling of warmth and safety, you invite them directly into your home. But the person you love is so full of emotion that they cannot wait. Then, unexpectedly, your doorbell rings. You walk toward the door. You place your hand on the handle. You open it. And there they are. You look into their eyes and notice the familiar light gathering there. You see a small, sincere tear move down their cheek. They look at you, their voice trembling, and they say, "I couldn't wait. I had to come. I needed to see you. I needed to be near you." You are moved by what you see. You have never seen them look so open, so loving, so full of longing, so emotionally real. And then the person you have missed says, "There is nothing in this world I want more than to be with you. I want to love you, only you, and I want that love to last." Feel those words moving through every cell of your body. Feel them reaching the farthest corners of your heart. And in this imagined moment, you know the words are sincere. You can feel their honesty. You can almost hold that sincerity in your hands. Time seems to pause. The moments become quiet. Neither of you says anything for a while. You simply look deeply into each other's eyes. And there, in that silence, imagine the place Jung described through the deepest layers of the collective unconscious, anima and animus meeting in harmony. Not as fantasy alone, but as the symbolic meeting of two inner worlds, mind meeting mind, heart meeting heart, soul meeting soul, body meeting body. The person you love sees your soul without defenses, and you receive theirs with tenderness, truth, and openness. What do you see in their eyes? You see desire. You see a deep and steady love. You see the powerful feeling of being wanted, not temporarily, but sincerely. You see how much they want to be with you. You feel that, in this moment, you matter deeply to them. And then they share their most private confession. "You are in my dreams, night after night. I cannot stop seeing you there. I cannot stop thinking about you. When I wake in the morning, you are the first thought that enters my mind and the first feeling that warms my heart. Throughout the day, you are in my thoughts, and when night comes, I carry your image with me until morning. Now I understand that you are the person who feels right for me. I do not want to live even one day with you absent from the center of my life. I will do everything I can to create a relationship with you that is rooted deeply, built on trust, love, devotion, and the intention to last. I love you." Pause here for a moment. In the silent, powerful space of your own mind, Whisper back to them. Tell them how much you love them. Say it inwardly now. I love you. Say it again with the warmth of your heart. I love you. And as you whisper it, feel the invisible thread between you, not as a chain, not as ownership, but as a spiritual and emotional recognition. Feel the possibility of synchronicity. Feel the possibility that love can become more conscious. Feel the possibility that two people can meet again with greater honesty than before. Write love in the comments if you are ready to receive it consciously. Then imagine them continuing with a deeper confession. If I made mistakes in the past, if I placed fear or doubt inside your beautiful heart, I want you to know that I am ready to make it right. From now on, we will feel the first light of morning together. We will watch the red calm of sunset side by side. And as one day follows another, I want us to remain connected. From today, from tomorrow, and through all the days ahead, my deepest wish is for us to become an inseparable whole. Once more, with your eyes closed, imagine the two of you looking deeply into each other's eyes. Feel their arms around you. Feel the tenderness of their embrace. Feel the soft and loving kiss they place on your face. Imagine the two of you surrounded by a light so bright, so warm, and so powerful that it feels as though you have become one breath. From this moment forward, imagine the two of you held together by a love that feels strong, steady, and difficult to break. Now let these intentions echo within you. My beloved and I are building a relationship founded on unshakable love and trust. The bond between us grows stronger through honesty, emotional safety, and mutual effort. The deep spiritual connection we share, and are about to understand each other without judgment, will guide us through the journey of life. Our love is real, pure, and lasting, because we choose loyalty, devotion, and presence with one another. We can face the challenges life brings by standing together, learning together, and remaining connected through love. Let yourself feel these words deeply. Feel the miracle you are hoping for. Allow yourself to receive the possibility that it can take shape in your life. Trust your heart enough to believe that you are worthy of what you desire. And trust life enough to know that not every meaningful process needs to be forced. As was said earlier, even listening to these words once may help you notice subtle emotional shifts inside yourself. You may begin to feel calmer. You may notice a softening in your thoughts. You may become more aware of the longing, fear, hope, or love you have been carrying. But as Jung's work with the shadow reminds us, bringing hidden emotions into the light takes time. Transforming the mind and shifting your emotional energy is rarely a single moment. It becomes deeper when you return to it, when you sit with the words, when you become more aware of your patterns, when you learn to meet your own fears with compassion instead of denial. The more often you come back to this inner state, the more rooted it can become within you. Not as an escape from reality, but as a way of entering reality with a calmer heart. Right now, imagine yourself held inside the warmest and safest kind of love a person can imagine. When you feel ready, slowly open your eyes. Take a breath filled with gratitude. Feel cleansed. Feel lighter. Feel as though some of the weight on your shoulders has begun to lift. Rest in the stillness. If you have walked with these words until now, know that something sacred within you may already be moving toward alignment with love. The connection you feel may exist on a deep emotional level, and every time you return to this space, every time you allow yourself to feel rather than panic, your capacity for love, clarity, and emotional presence can become stronger. Come back whenever you need to rekindle faith in your heart. Come back whenever you need to remember that love is not supposed to cost you your peace. Come back whenever you want to reconnect with the part of yourself that still believes in honesty, tenderness, and real devotion. Write, "I receive love" in the comments if this journey touched your heart. If you feel that your heart, your energy, and your inner world are becoming more aligned with the kind of love you desire, you can support this video with a like. And if you would like to continue exploring love, healing, emotional patterns, and the deeper language of the unconscious, subscribe and stay with this channel. Thank you for allowing this moment to reach your heart. Until we meet again, Take gentle care of yourself, hold your soul with love, and carry this quiet light with you.